I'm back in Nassau. Morning from my shiny nose. We're in Nassau, Bahamas. We're gonna try this again. This is not my outfit for Nassau. This is my outfit for Half Moon Cay. I guess we can go get a little breakfast and get off the boat. Walk around a little bit. And maybe go to the beach, jump in there. Until it gets too hot and I'm getting back on the boat. Ain't nobody got time for that. I hate that phrase. But I don't have time for that. I made the mistake of forgetting that Taj has skin that doesn't burn in the sun. He got that skin that tans perfectly, but I burn like a piece of bacon. So I ain't trying to do that. We'll see what happens. He came in at 2 something this morning and woke me up. And took me to the hidden places I told y'all. I showed y'all in day 3. What was day 3? Well, yesterday's in the front of the ship, and we seen a bunch of stars. Like, that's the most stars I've ever seen in my adult life. That I could see when I was a kid. But yeah, if I wasn't so sleepy, it would have been more. It would have been a little bit better of a view. But since I was woken up out of my sleep and I was still sleepy, I was kind of probably on the bitchy side. But yeah, I seen a lot of stars. I don't think my camera would have been able to catch all that, but maybe if I'm not too sleepy tonight, we can see it.
Assigned to Muster Station 4. Your muster station has been relocated to the Ionian Lounge on deck 4 off.
So we are walking in Nassau, and we went the opposite way of going towards the beach. So as you'll see us while we're walking, I have a tendency to keep looking towards the ships because that is how I orient myself to where I am. So that's how I know where I'm at, and that's how I'm comfortable, and that is how we are taught in orientation and mobility. And so here we find all the wonderful touristy stuff. We do eventually go off the beaten path of tourists, but I stopped recording when we did that and took pictures, and I think I have a couple of pictures later on in this video that show that. But we do go through the straw market, which I did not record the straw market either. Now we are making our way to Junkanoo Beach. I apologize if I mispronounced that. If you do go to Nassau and you run into someone named Tony Bahama, I think his name was, and he's telling you about his restaurant, go try the food. It's authentic Bahamian food. Per Taj, it's very delicious. It's worth the try. It's really, really good. I don't eat seafood, so I can't recommend it, but Taj says that it is very delicious and it is worth going to his restaurant. So I think his name is Tony Bahama. I think that is, his first name is Tony. Last name is Bahama, so you can't miss that.
Is it got a hole? Usually clean water.
can see that. That.
Oh no.
It's freaking clear.
You want to bring the camera closer?
Absolutely not. I don't want to go closer. And we are walking, people. Walking. Okay, I think it may just be down in this part of Nassau, but I could not drive down here even if I had 2020. I just couldn't do it. I don't even think I could walk down here by myself. This gentleman here was very nice, and I love the colors of his outfit because I don't think I would be able to see him if he didn't have them on. But yeah, we are making our way. The beach wasn't as far as I thought it was going to be. Alright, y'all, I'm about to get in this water. I think it's gonna be cold because this sand is really cold. Okay, it was actually a really good day. It was like 77, 78 degrees that day, but it wasn't warm enough to warm up the water. So the water was really cold. The sand was cold. I did get in the water, but there was no one there to film me in the water. So it wasn't warm enough for me to stay in. We are actually on Junkanoo Beach. We're just further down the beach. Like, it was really crowded right there at the beginning, and it was like people are like elbow to elbow. So we just kept walking until the crowd kind of thinned out, and we're down at the end where it's hardly anyone. Taj was trying to get me to come into the water because apparently it warmed up the longer you stayed in, but no thank you. So we were right near the port, but you know, it was still pretty. It was a nice day. It was a really good day to like lay out like I was doing. So yeah, there was no way I was getting in there. The only thing that I didn't like, I guess it was like little rocks all over the place. It was like really rocky. So I don't know if it was rocks or if it was like a lot of shells on the sand, or like the sand was made of a lot of shells, or like sand was made of like a lot of rocks. But it like really hurt my feet. So I don't know if that's just a thing there. Yeah, but I don't. That's the only thing that I didn't like about that beach. It's like really rocky or really shelly. I don't know what was going on with that. But they had some really good food cooking out there. But yeah, it was a really nice day. It's a little after 2:30. These things, my eyes are. It was an alright day at the beach. We walked around. Taj got him some authentic Bahamian food. Oh, my back is on fire. I'm out of burnt piece of bacon because the weather was not too bad. And we're back on the ship, back in 30. It doesn't leave until 5:30 though. And now we're probably gonna leave for a minute, and I'm thinking about ordering some food. I've learned that I apparently lost a lot of weight, and my swimsuit no longer fits the way it is supposed to fit, and I need to buy a couple of sizes down. Yeah. So I'm gonna take a couple Motrin, few Motrin, and I've decided that this is the last cruise to Nassau that I am taking. Yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. Next time I come to Nassau, it will be on an airplane, a regular vacation. So after I took my Motrins, we came back out on deck. And yeah, the day got great. I have no idea where these clouds rolled in, but it just all of a sudden turned ugly, and I thought that I would catch this ugly day all of a sudden, and it got extremely cold. I'm packed because we land in the morning at 7:30. And there's my clothes for tomorrow. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And look, I brought my first aid kit and I had to use it. Don't mind the nails because I've been trying to pop them off for like 2 weeks now. They've come slowly. And this is the second time we've used the first aid kit. Yay, Charlie. But yeah, I just cut myself. It's 7:30 in the morning. Last free breakfast. Oh. So, here's just a few pictures that we took while we were in port. Christmas tree, a few places that weren't on the touristy track at the beach. Enjoy!